The silence in the room was unnerving. Too sterile. Too still for what felt like an execution. Except I wasn't dead. Not yet. She stood at the end of the long table, perched in her father's old chair, like it had always belonged to her. Black blazer crisp, pearls gleaming, that same crooked smirk she used to flash when we were kids, and she'd rat me out for sneaking candy. Her voice? Steady. Flat. We're letting you go. I didn't flinch. Just blinked once. Around her, the others shuffled, eyes darting, not daring to meet mine. All spine replaced by spreadsheets and stock portfolios. Clear your desk. You've got until tomorrow. She didn't even call me by name. I nodded. No protest. No scene. Just calm acceptance while the board sat clutching their designer coffees like props. 10 years gone, carved out me like scrap wood, and no one even offered a polite lie. I glanced at Jason, her boyfriend. He wouldn't look at me either. His fingers slid against hers beneath the table, subtle and smug. That was the moment I almost laughed, because I knew something they didn't. Tomorrow would be beautiful. I should have caught on sooner. The perfume she wore suddenly, not for me. The meetings that ran late and never appeared on any calendar. Her sudden switch from wine to vodka every Tuesday. But it wasn't the drinking or the meetings or even the scent. It was the silence, the way she stopped asking me anything. She didn't act surprised when her sister began climbing. Didn't say a word when whispers about replacing me spread like mold. Didn't kiss me like she meant it. Not for a long time. Then there was the text, the one I wasn't meant to see. It lit up on her phone as she slept beside me, turned away like a stranger. The sender? Jason. The message, asterisk. She thinks I'd make a perfect CEO's husband. Doesn't know it'll be you instead. Asterisk. I stared at it, breathing slow. Even. That was my wife. That was my company. And that was the knife in my back. But I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I observed. While they popped champagne in glass rooms, I built shadows. Bought a cheap burner phone. Opened a private P.O. box 2 counties over. Hired a PI whose silence cost more than most people's salaries, but worth every cent. Photos, emails, copies of receipts. Forwarded tips from someone on the board with a conscience. I watched Jason press his palm to her back in the same lot where I proposed. I saw her laughing the same laugh she used when I signed over the first $10 million. Her father never liked me. Said I was too careful. But careful built this empire. Jason wasn't just in her bed. He was in her sister's too. And the three of them, connected by more than secrets. Funds shifted through shell companies. Consulting firms with no office space. One name kept surfacing. Her sister's. Not my wife's. Not Jason's. Just a face they propped up while they played puppet master. But my wife, she knew. She signed one of the shell documents herself. Tiny initials buried in the fine print of page 76. I kept everything. No folders. No labels. Just a neat stack of black and white truths. The next morning, I slid the pages across the breakfast bar, without a word. Just porcelain against wood as I drank my coffee. She read, eyes darting, hands trembling, and for the first time in a decade, she couldn't look at me. When she opened her mouth, I held up a hand. No, there was nothing left to say. I walked into the boardroom without being invited. Security tried to intercept me until I presented the notarized motion from shareholders. It was binding. She was already seated, Jason beside her. Both tried to look unfazed. She even attempted a smile. I didn't return it. I placed the documents on the table, one at a time. Photo, wire transfer, receipt, company name. The board shifted again, but this time the discomfort turned toward her, and toward Jason. I've spoken illegal, I said, voice low but firm. You're both out, pending a full inquiry. Damages will be pursued. Jason rose. No one followed. And I added, rising slowly, the prenup? It's no. Fraud voids everything. My attorney will be in touch. I left him frozen, stunned, in that overpriced room. I walked the same hallway I used to run through in my 20s, back when I was building something real. This time I took my time. 1 box. That's all I packed. The first draft of the business plan. A photo from our ribbon cutting. The pen her father handed me once and said, "This is just the beginning." He was right. He just never made it to the end. I didn't leave a note. No parting speech. That bridge was already dust. I just dropped the match. In the elevator, I looked back once. Just once. Then I smiled. Because tomorrow doesn't belong to traitors.